Accion Lab Innovation Summit 2019.
What I do every year is to look back and look forward in terms of what are our focus areas in technology. How do we invest our money when we know for sure that the applications we are building today are going to become redundant in a few years? The journey is going to take some time, and we have to judiciously spend our dollars in a way that we are able to get there in the shortest possible time without, ignoring our current customers and current applications. Fast forward to this year, the first is shifting left our development lifecycle. In any digital journey, whether we're building products or re-engineering existing products or helping organizations reinvent their businesses, the most important thing is what is the core value proposition? To shift their focus away from merely development into questioning what are the products that we are developing? What is the product architecture? What is the concept? Which are the drivers of innovation that are going to be making this product work? The minute you are able to open up the box, and if you question those assumptions, you will actually come up with some really innovative ideas. Typical implementation of voice today is in the form of chatbots. You're limited by a square box in your application, which is answering questions. If we are able to integrate voice into the application's interface in a way that the application is able to respond with what the application is good at, which is graphical interfaces. There's no reason to make the application respond to voice merely in a small window on the side of your application. Let the whole application talk back. We're struggling with the limitations of mobile applications having to be developed on different platforms. Responsive applications was a great attempt, but the performance is just not enough. And therefore, the new set of technologies that we are paying attention to are things like Flutter, which allow you to create native widgets without any bridge, between the mobile application and mobile platform and the UI. The second is server-side rendering of UI. That's going to give you huge benefits in terms of performance. What the user does is what is sacrosanct. Applications are just not able to understand users. Even if you put voice, if you don't have data about what is the user doing. And that can only be done when your application is event-driven. What personalization means is that you are able to respond to a user based on what is happening in the user's life at that particular time. How did he place the order? Did he come through your website? What pages did he browse on your website? Did he contact your call center? What is the journey of the user? And what are the events that came up to the point where he placed the order is actually far more important than the fact that he actually placed an order. Because that's what helps you grow your business and figure out which are the channels where the customer is coming in. Breeze is a culmination of our effort in microservices architecture. Event-based integration, like I said, is one of the big pain points in any microservices architecture. When we built monolithic applications, it was so much easier, but with hundreds and thousands of microservices, how are you going to keep track of all of that? So orchestration is another big pain point. You want to do re-engineering the front end? Okay, that's fine, we'll do that. Do you want to build microservices? Then we'll do that. Do you want to build a data lake? We can do that. In Breeze, you'll see that's an end-to-end architecture that builds connections between each of these components. Again, I want to emphasize that AI is not an afterthought. The common question that we ask about re-engineering applications is, can I use AI? Can I put IoT in the picture? And how can I put IoT and AI into the mix and make my application better? I wish it was as simple as that. We have to build applications to be event-driven. And then those applications will keep their data and events in a data lake. And from this data lake, which is rich with events, we're going to be able to draw patterns. While we are at the peak of our current paradigm of cloud-based applications, so the new paradigm is already onto us. And decentralized applications, which do not need the cloud anymore, are already hitting the markets. So decentralized applications are going to force us to relook at our architectures and relook at how we're building applications. This future is great, but bottom line is, does it really drive the social impact that we are seeking as human beings? Can we build applications for a village like this of just 92 houses. And so the project we started is offline first technologies, using solar power as far as possible, communicating with each other, so hyper local. This is not merely a pie in the sky or just a side project for us. It's really going to be driving a large part of our value system in terms of how do we really innovate in technology by looking at areas that are just not in our consciousness today.
Accion Lab Innovation Summit 2019.